Welcome back, everybody. Learning ESL, Teacher's Diaries. Her name was Anna. Cross-examination. Cross-examination means you're in like a courtroom. And the defense attorney has said something, and now the prosecutor, in this case the students, are cross-examining you, the instructor. I walked in one day to a room, held like a lecture room. It had like 300 seats. And I was the last person in the room. Yeah, I waited to this aisle. The students came inside, all about 300 of them. One of the last students that came in the classroom sat in the front row, center. I walked in, and a young lady named Anne said, "Oh, it's you. I hope you're not like everybody else. I didn't do so well last time I took this course, and now it's your turn. Hope you do better with you." I put my books down, ready for the class. I turned my head. Remember, she said all this. I didn't say a word. I just walked in. And I said to Anne, "Anne, I am different. Maybe there's a reason why you didn't do so well in that course. And here we are repeating it, aren't we? Maybe we'll do better. Let's find out." I call this particular session cross-examination because even before I said a word, I made a sound, a movement, a gesture, this girl named Anna already cross-examining me. Doesn't know me, has never seen me before in my life. I've never seen her before in my life. I have no idea her background. I don't care. She's in my class to learn. That's the bottom line. That's it. But sometimes students cross-examine you, not verbally, but visually. They walk and they come down, they sit down in their chair, they look at you as the teacher, instructor, or the coach, doesn't matter. And they are examining you inside their brain and their eyes and so on. How you act, how you sit, how your posture is, etc. before you say a word. That's right. That's why I call this cross-examination, because that's exactly what they were doing. In this case, Anna spoke this and said, "Well, hope you're not as good as the last one I had. I didn't do so well." Automatically, she has a negative approach on you. Doesn't even know you. This happens in many, many situations, not just the classroom, many situations. How you look, how you dress, how you act, how your posture is, and so on, and gestures. Automatically, they think this or this. In this case, it was Anna. So, I let it go, this speech, as she cross-examined me as I walked in the door. I did. I let it go. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm glad. You say, why? Because she's cross-examining me. She has this pretext knowledge in her brain, thinking about this, assuming that I'm a stereotype, typical teacher who does this, this, and this. Most teachers, as you know in the back, your background, some you liked, some you didn't. In this teacher's diary, it's just my concept of what teaching abilities are, and the good and the bad of teaching. That's why I call it teacher's diary. Every coach, every instructor, every teacher has a particular student they love, a certain course they love, etc. All right? Remember, I come in totally neutral. I know nothing about anybody. They don't know me. And that's why it's perfect. I am willing to learn about them. They are willing to learn about me, including learning this subject. This particular subject was business communication, how we talk to a business frame kind of mind. It wasn't just learning English, how to pronounce, how to say words, and so on. It's also how to communicate with different types of people. That's right. Types of people, all different backgrounds. That's my background. So when I say cross-examination, that's exactly what I mean, cross-examination. This particular student cross-examined me before I said a word or made a sound. But maybe it's the way I walked in. Maybe it's my gray hair. I don't know. She assumed this or she assumed that. That's why I call this segment cross-examination. They're looking like a microscope. Many teachers feel this way. You're under a microscope from your classmates, from the people above you, the board of directors, the coordinators, the program directors, the deans, and so on. You're under the microscope. Well, guess what? Once you close that door, you are on stage in front of one person as a student, 300 people, 1,000, doesn't matter. They're cross-examining you. That's right. They're analyzing you. Not a question of learning the subject. You as a personality in that room are on stage. You can't deny it. You are. You might be on stage for an hour, 3 hours, 4 hours. I've had 4-hour classes too. Yes, I have. That's why I call this cross-examination. The moral of the story is many people are like that. They may not say a word. They may say something. Here's the case. I encourage students to talk. They want to talk about me, that's fine. That's fine. As long as they have certain core rules. In other words, total respect, no foul language, etc. So there you are. This is called cross-examination. Her name was Anne. True story. Till next time, thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.